Hey, welcome to the channel. Unless you're lost, in which case, stay. You might accidentally learn something. I'm Novi, I'm a freelancer, and someone who thought talking to a camera with zero audience was a good idea. It was. Starting a YouTube channel might just be the most underrated, awkward, life changing move you can make for your career and your character development. Let me explain. So, this is my origin story. Yes, I was cringe, but so are you. So, I created my YouTube channel on June 2020. So, my first video dropped on November 2020. And yes, those videos are already set to private because, well, no one needs to see that ever. Think blurry thumbnails, weird mic audio, and me talking like I was scared of my own voice. Classic. So these are the videos. So in 2020, I made around 10 crappy videos. Then I ghosted, like full on disappeared. I ghosted on 2021, and then November 2022, I'm back with insurance content since I was an insurance agent that time and decided to make videos explaining policies. Not sexy, I know. But I actually started on TikTok where people surprisingly cared about insurance. Weird, right? Okay, fast forward. Then 2023, I made freelance related content because I started doing freelancing. So might be a good idea to share my experience, document my life. And of course, nobody watched. But so in 2024, I pivoted to personal finance and retirement tips for Filipinos. And bam, one video blew up and I got monetized. Since then, I've been consistently uploading every week. Yes, even when I wanted to nap forever. And now I've already hit over 500,000 views and 8,000 subscribers. So lately, I've been focusing on creating English content to expand my reach and connect with a wider audience. So let's get into the actual reasons why yes, you should start a YouTube channel even if no one's watching. First is you'll learn skills that actually matter and you can monetize them. So YouTube is like a free boot camp in storytelling, design, video editing, scripting, speaking, and building an iron will. I literally improved my English just by making videos. My editing still a work in progress, but I've already cracked the code of editing simple videos just to make it clean and professional. And I've also tricked some of my clients into hiring me because of what I learned here. Now I get paid for stuff I originally did just to stop being awkward on camera. And one of my favorite YouTuber, Ali Abdal, said it best. Making videos makes you better at everything else. He's not wrong. And I say as someone who once edited using a free app that crashed every 5 minutes. Okay, another reason is YouTube is a 24/7 personal billboard that you don't have to feed like Instagram. Your channel becomes your online portfolio. No followers? Who cares? People can still Google you. And when they do, it's nice to have something smarter than your 2014 Facebook profile showing up. YouTube lets people see your brain at work. It builds trust. It makes you look like a thought leader, even if you're filming from your kitchen wearing pajamas. Another reason is opportunities will literally start falling into your inbox. I used to cold pitch like my life depended on it. Now people come to me because they saw a video. That's it, that's the pitch. YouTube flips the whole game. You go from, hi sir, hi ma'am, please hire me, to, hey, I saw your video. Can we work together? Warm leads equal to less awkward energy, higher chances of getting paid. And lastly, real money. Yes, even if you're not famous. I've already made over $500 from AdSense alone. Not by yacht money, but it's real. Even before that, I landed gigs when I had under 2,000 subscribers, and it actually started on TikTok. So video in general made me a better person. Why? Because they saw the content and thought, I trust this random person from the internet. So that's the power of video. Plus, there's affiliate links, brand deals, service promos. It adds up. And your content doesn't die after 48 hours like it does on TikTok. A good video can work for you for months. It's the passive income version of your best self on loop. Okay, so the real glow up, internal upgrade. Before YouTube, I have this little gremlin voice in my head. Like, what if people judge me? I look weird on camera. My English is bad. I sound like a potato. So YouTube made me face all that. Not all at once, but slowly, video by video. I started to care less about perfection and more about showing up. This is the part people don't talk about enough. YouTube is self development in disguise. You get better at talking, thinking, presenting, and selling yourself, which, for your information, is basically what life is now. Whether it's a job interview or pitching to a client, confidence matters. And YouTube builds it. Yes, you will cringe, yes, but you should do it anyway. I still have videos that flop, some barely get 100 views. And I post them anyway because one day I look back and realize, whoa, I've changed. Like C.S. Lewis said, day by day, nothing changes. But when you look back, everything is different. And that's YouTube. Every video you don't post, that's a missed client, a missed opportunity. Or maybe just a missed version of you that could have been braver. Harsh maybe. Definitely. So if you are freelancing and you're not using YouTube to get clients, what are you doing? Seriously. It's a trust building, lead generating, credibility flexing machine. So it's the modern resume, but with B roll and better music. So before I wrap this up, like a, like a neat little sandwich, quick pit stop. Before we wrap, let me share how I actually make videos. So this whole start a YouTube channel thing doesn't feel like climbing Mount Everest in flip flops. It's just 5 steps, manageable, repeatable, occasionally chaotic, but totally doable. So here's my 5 step video creation process. And how much time do I dedicate to each step? So first step is idea generation. So most of my ideas arrive mid-shower or while I'm talking to myself during chores. Some are brilliant, some are just so fueled ramblings. So idea generation took around 1 to 2 hours. And the tool I'm using for generating ideas is Notion and a notebook. So I use Notion to organize everything. I use my notebook to doodle, to brain dump, and all the messy stuff is done on my notebook. And next is TTH or title, thumbnail, and hook. So this is inspired by Ali Abdal. And so I brainstorm a title, a thumbnail concept, and a hook that makes people want to click without resorting to I quit my job. And it usually takes me 30 minutes to 1 hour. And if this part flops, the rest of the video might as well be a TED Talk to my dog. So I use Canva to create thumbnails. And then step 3 is writing. So some days I write script, other days it's just bullet points and a hope that I remember how sentences work. So the time it takes me to do the writing is 3 to 5 hours. So writing is the most time consuming part of my video creation process. And I use Notion to organize and to polish the whole script is I use ChatGPT. All right. So remember, English is not my first language. So I need ChatGPT to check grammar and everything. I need AI. Right, so step 4 is filming. So this is the step where I pretend to be natural while battling camera face and forgetting how to blink. And filming usually takes me 30 minutes to 1 hour. And the tools I use for filming is Tella. So right now I'm using Tella to record this video. And Tella is a great tool because it makes my recording and my editing super fast and beautiful and nice. So if you want to try Tella too, I have a discount code for you. Just use my link in the description section and you will get 30% off when you sign up to Tella. You can use Tella for free for 7 days, no credit card required. So just try it, and if you love it, just use my link so you can have a 30% discount, right? So the last part will be the editing part. Trot, trim, regret, repeat. I usually remove 70% of what I film and somehow call it a final cut. Editing takes me around 30 minutes to 1 hour. Most creators find this part or this step, the editing part, the most time-consuming part of their video creation process. And yeah, before it's also the most time-consuming part because you need to do a lot of things. And then I realized I need to streamline this. So I don't need to hire a video editor. I don't need to spend most of my time just editing the video. I just want to look it clean, polished, professional looking. And that's it. So thank God I found Tella. And to polish everything, to put overlays, reduce noise, put some music, sound effects, I use CapCut. So these tools help me speed things up and avoid complete burnout. A lifesaver. Yeah, that's the process. 5 steps, no drama, just momentum. Now, if you are stuck in content chaos, just have to simplify, start messy, and refine as you go. Let me know in the comment section if you already have tried to create your first video, you already thought of starting a YouTube channel, or how did it go? Just let me know in the comment section. I'd be rooting for you from afar here from the Philippines. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I really hope that you've learned something. And I'm glad to share my experience about why and how I started my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. See ya! Bye!